Selamat datang ke Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia, Pustaka Warisan Bangsa. Di Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia, kami menyediakan perkhidmatan dalam talian, antaranya katalog induk manuskrip Melayu, portal repository digital PNM, akses e-buku secara percuma melalui platform Beacon dan juga kios digital PNM. Selain itu, Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia juga menyediakan perkhidmatan perpustakaan digital negara yang dikenali dengan U-Pustaka. Jom kenali Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia dan ketahui perkhidmatan yang kami sediakan dengan lebih dekat lagi.
Adakah anda sedang mencari buku, jurnal atau bahan bacaan? Anda boleh layari portal U-Pustaka di www.upustaka.gov.my. Sebagai ahli U-Pustaka, anda layak menikmati dua perkhidmatan utama yang disediakan, iaitu pinjaman buku daripada 12 buah perpustakaan konsortium secara dalam talian, pinjaman dan rujukan e-buku, e-jurnal, e-surat khabar, e-majalah dan e-pembelajaran. Terdapat lebih 1 juta buku fizikal yang boleh ditempah secara dalam talian daripada 12 buah perpustakaan konsortium U-Pustaka. Anda mungkin tertanya-tanya, adakah bayaran akan dikenakan? Anda hanya perlu membayar kos penghantaran sahaja dan pinjaman adalah diberikan secara percuma. Anda juga berpeluang untuk membaca, meminjam dan memuat turun lebih 13 juta bahan bacaan digital daripada 4 kategori pangkalan data langganan PNM. Antara pangkalan data yang dilanggan oleh PNM. Jom menjadi lebih bijak dengan U-Pustaka. Jangan tunggu lagi, mendaftarlah sekarang di www.upustaka.gov.my. Utamakan pengetahuan, ingatlah U-Pustaka. Idea kandungan program yang lebih interaktif, segar, bervariasi serta mampu mencetuskan inspirasi kepada penonton.
Puisian program berbentuk intelektual, didik hibur, santai serta edukasi.
Kandungan maklumat yang tepat dan relevan. Channel.
Inspirasi.
Informatif.
Relevant.
What do we do at EBSCO? Our goal is to create products and services that allow our customers to succeed in serving the needs of their end users. In a nutshell, we help you do what you do. We begin by partnering with customers to study user behavior habits, software usability, and more.
We spend a lot of time thinking about different audiences and different target audiences. And so one of the methods that we use is called contextual inquiry.
This allows us to better serve you and your users through thought leadership and innovative product development. EBSCO also employs more than 200 librarians across nearly all of our departments to help align our efforts with the needs of information professionals in all types of organizations. All of this research and expert knowledge forms the foundation of the products and services we create. These resources are designed so you can provide your users with the highest quality content where and how they need it. From our publisher relations team to our collection development experts, we are always exploring new ways to help maximize the value of your overall collection. Great content must also be easily accessible for users to benefit from it. Our software developers, search experts, and other technologists build flexible, customizable, cloud-based services and APIs that enable interoperability among our information partners to ensure the best possible research experience for every user, every time. Of course, online information is only as reliable as the servers it resides on. Our technology architects and engineers ensure the availability, speed, and overall stability of our products through a redundant, multi-tenant, constantly updated server environment. All of this is backed by an industry-leading support team that works hard to help you succeed. In addition to scheduled training, EBSCO's support team is available via phone and email to help you meet the needs of your users. And it's our local team members who work even closer with you to understand your needs and develop customized solutions for your specific goals and budget. In the end, we share the same goals for success as you. The work that every librarian does is important. Through enhanced tools and workflows, EBSCO helps to optimize the value of that work in order to have a greater direct impact on the end user's library experience. Let's succeed together.
Selamat pagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Selamat datang kepada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan ke program Eksplorasi Digital at U-Pustaka 2022 Pangkalan Data Ebscohost. Okey. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, pada hari ini saya Nurlela Osman, pustakawan dari bahagian sumber elektronik Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia, akan berkongsikan kepada anda semua fokus kita untuk mengakses data Ebscohost menggunakan aplikasi Mudah Alih. Ya, pada hari ini kita sangat bertuah kerana kita mempunyai tenaga pengajar yang sangat pakar berkaitan dengan Ebscohost ini, dan datang khas dari Melbourne, Australia. Okey, saya perkenalkan Miss J Yurdakul. Hi J.
Thank you, Puan Leila. Hello, everybody. Nice to be here.
Okay, all right. First of all, I will do the introduction, then I will pass the session to you. Okay, Jay?
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, untuk memulakan program kita pada hari ini, kita akan mulakan dengan saya berkongsi dengan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan cara untuk menjadi ahli pustaka, kerana untuk menjadi ahli pustaka, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, untuk menggunakan pengkalan data Ebscohost, semua kemudahan pengkalan data ke tuan-tuan dan puan-puan ahli pustaka dapat mengakses cuma. Dan seterusnya saya akan serahkan sesi ini kepada Miss J, dan Miss J akan berkongsikan kepada kita cara untuk menggunakan aplikasi Mudah Alih Ebscohost. Dan kita ada sesi quiz, dan saya harap tuan-tuan dan puan-puan akan bersama kami sehingga akhir program, dan pastikan anda menjadi pemenang untuk quiz Ebscohost, ya. Ada menarik menanti anda. Okey, baiklah, untuk memulakan sesi kita ni, mari kita saksikan bersama-sama video berkaitan dengan menjadi ahli U-Pustaka. Mari kita saksikan. tadi itu. Okey, begitulah cara dan langkah-langkah untuk menjadi ahli U-Pustaka. Setelah menjadi ahli, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan pasti dapat menggunakan segala kemudahan dalam U-Pustaka itu secara percuma. Ya, baiklah. Saya kongsikan juga pada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, pada tahun ini kita sangat bertuah kerana National Library Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia telah menambah jumlah koleksi bahan bacaan digital, iaitu kita menyediakan sebanyak 82.4 juta. Wah, sangat banyak, sangat meriah bahan bacaan digital. Jadi pastikan kita semua sebagai rakyat Malaysia dapat menggunakan kemudahan ini dan manfaatkan segalanya. Okey, baiklah. Tadi kita dah saksikan, kita dah tonton video. Jadi sekarang ni saya nak ajak tuan-tuan dan puan-puan ikut saya, sertai saya, kita masuk ke dalam portal U-Pustaka. Okey, saya akan kongsikan skrin ya. Okey. Dapat saksikan ya skrin saya ni, iaitu kita masuk dalam laman web Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia. Okey, dari sini tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh lihat di perkhidmatan online. Okey, di sini ada ikon untuk U-Pustaka. Okay. Kita klik di ikon U-Pustaka. Okey. Setelah itu tuan-tuan dan puan-puan akan dapat membership sign up form, ada borang untuk keahlian ni ya. Okay, nak tukar bahasa pun boleh. Di sini tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh pilih untuk tukar bahasa Melayu ataupun bahasa Inggeris ya. Baik. Setelah itu untuk permulaannya pastikan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan baca arahan yang disediakan, baca dan fahamkan, kemudian ikut arahan yang diberikan. Mudah saja ya, seperti yang tuan-tuan dah tengok dalam video tu. Sangat mudah, ikut saja arahan yang diberikan, isikan maklumat yang diberikan, yang diminta di sini. Pastikan ada 5 perkara penting yang tuan-tuan dan puan-puan mesti sediakan dan masukkan untuk mengisi borang ini. Pertama, nama seperti dalam kad pengenalan, nombor IC, ya, nombor IC tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Kemudian alamat terkini, seterusnya email yang aktif yang tuan-tuan dan puan-puan biasa gunakan, dan nombor telefon yang aktif. Ya, ada 5 perkara yang memang maklumat yang penting untuk disediakan dan untuk mengisi borang keahlian ini ya. Pertama, nama seperti dalam IC ya. Kedua, nombor IC. Ketiga, alamat yang terkini. Keempat, email yang aktif, dan kelima, nombor telefon yang aktif. Okey, baiklah, setelah mengisi semua ni, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan pun kliklah daftar ya. Klik daftar sekarang. Kemudian, lengkapkan perkara yang diminta ini. Kemudian tuan-tuan dan puan-puan akan klik save account. Okey, nanti tuan-tuan dan puan-puan akan menerima notification daripada U-Pustaka. Dia akan hantar ke dalam email tuan-tuan dan puan-puan ya. Okey. Dan begitu seterusnya. Setelah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan menjadi ahli, macam mana nak tahu saya ni dah jadi ahli? Kita dah dapat notification dalam email, dah ada ID dan password yang diberikan, kita pun masukkan di sini. Pergi di log masuk, kemudian masukkan ID dan password sini. Klik log masuk. Mari kita saksikan. Okay. Welcome Nolela binti Osman. Jadi dengan rasminya saya telah menjadi ahli U-Pustaka. Dengan rasminya, tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang telah mendaftar tadi menjadi ahli U-Pustaka. Tahniah untuk diri kita. Okey, seterusnya tuan-tuan dan perempuan boleh menggunakan untuk mengakses perkalaan data yang ada dalam U-Pustaka ni, boleh klik dekat Q link. Kat sini ada online database, ataupun tuan-tuan dan perempuan nak cari dekat ruangan yang e-sumber di sini, e-resources kat sini, ada online databases pun boleh juga. Okay. Untuk mudah boleh klik di online database di quick links ni ya. Okay. Mari kita tengok di manakah Ebscohost berada ya. Okay, dah scroll di bawah kita pun jumpa Ebscohost. Tuan-tuan dan perempuan, perhatian ya, mesti baca apa yang telah dinyatakan di sini, baca dan fahamkan. Dan untuk mengakses boleh klik di logo Ebscohost. Okey, baik-baik. Apa yang saya tunjukkan ini adalah untuk cara mengakses di PC tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Okey, dan sebentar lagi Miss J akan kongsikan kepada kita untuk mengakses Ebscohost menggunakan aplikasi Ebscohost, Mudah Alih Ebscohost, yang boleh membolehkan kita untuk akses dalam Ebscohost di handphone ataupun alat pintar kita yang lain ya, peranti pintar kita yang lain. Jadi itu akan memudahkan pergerakan tuan-tuan dan perempuan untuk mengakses Ebscohost bila masa di mana sahaja. Okey, baiklah. Untuk meneruskan ni saya stop share. Okey, untuk meneruskan perkongsian kita, saya serahkan kepada Miss J. Okey, hi J.
Hi, Puan Lila.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, hello everyone. I'm just going to start my recording. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you about the EBSCO mobile app, so how to access your ebooks and read them on the app. So to do this, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through some presentation slides, and then from there we're going to then go into the app environment and I'm going to do a demonstration. And following from that, we'll also have a quiz with prizes. So I share my screen now. I'll just stop my video. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. The focus of the session, as mentioned, is on ebook access on the mobile app. And as already mentioned, my name is Jay. I am a training specialist, and I'm here today to guide you through this particular product. So first of all, I want to cover the main objectives of the session. By the end of today's session, you will be able to use the mobile app to conduct searches, read, and save. And in the ebook app, this is called the like function, ebooks for later reference. You'll be able to sign up to a My EBSCO account, which will allow you to download ebooks to read offline. You'll also be able to share ebook details or links with our mobile-friendly options. And finally, I'll also show you where you can locate help and support materials. But before we talk about the app, is there a question? No? Okay. So before we get started with the app, I want to concentrate a little bit on your EBSCO ebooks and what kind of content you'll be able to find in there. So your ebooks will focus on a range of topics, and it's really catered to you as, public library users. So whatever your interests may be, whatever your hobbies may be, or your vocation, or if you're looking for some career changes, or you want some personal help, self-help, personal growth, parenting, relationships. If you're doing any do-it-yourself hobbies, maybe you're renovating your home or decorating it, or you're doing some gardening. Whether you run a small business or you're planning to run a small business, whether you have I guess, an interesting, innovative idea. You want to become an entrepreneur. You want to start up a business. Also things like personal finance. So, are you thinking about investing, how to make more money? Do you have a mortgage? Things like that. And also things like, cooking, getting into cooking recipes. If you're interested in health and fitness, sport and recreation. So there's a lot of different ebooks around being healthy, to help you make healthy decisions, to get into fitness, or if you want to do some sports. If your interest lies in history, there's a lot of ebooks available about different aspects of history, so different periods in time, especially things like war history. A lot of people are history buffs. Other things as well, if you're looking for fiction, there's a wide range of classic works of fiction in the ebook collection. So if you thought, oh, I really want to start reading some classic books, it's a good place to find them. And also education and teaching. So whether you're a student studying at the moment, whether you're a parent helping your children with their education, whether you're trying to focus on your own education, maybe you're doing your own independent education, maybe you're thinking of going to school or going back to school, adult education, or maybe you're considering whether or not you want to get into teaching. So whatever that interest might be, there's also resources there. Other things to point out, there's also resources around religion, spiritualism. So if you follow, a particular religion, or you're interested in spiritualism, maybe you're interested in meditation, mindfulness. And alongside that, there's also information for science, technology. So if you want to learn concepts about science, or you're studying anything in science, technology as well. So if you're studying information technology, you want to build database design, or you want to get into some coding, there's all kinds of different resources available. So in this next slide, I want to point out some of the ebooks that are really popular at your library. So sometimes when you're looking for the next book to read, you want to know, okay, what are other people reading at the moment? And that can give you some inspiration and some recommendations. So I just wanted to put in this slide some books that are really popular that a lot of different people have used. So you can kind of see the different interests, at the library. So there's a handbook on student writing, so really useful for people who are studying. There's some children's books as well. So if you're a parent and you're reading books to your children, or you want to share some books with your children, if you want to learn about entrepreneurship, if you want to learn about history, so we've got American history, and so on. So a different range of selection here. The next thing I want to point out, we do have a lot of classic fiction in the ebook collection. And I, for one, I like to find some old books and classic books, but sometimes at the library, they might not have it in the print collection, or they might be like out of print and hard to find. So it's nice to go inside the ebook collection and find some of these books that might not always be easy to find, or maybe you don't really want to pay money and buy it, you just want to read it. So there's some really good books here. Some of these you may have already read. I'm reading Middlemarch at the moment, so it's an interesting book and I really enjoy it. It's very long though, but as you can see here, it's another way to find some old books and to read those. So this is a lot of Western works available that you might be interested in, and you might be studying, English literature as well, so that would be useful there too. Okay, so that was just a bit of a sneak peek at what kind of ebooks you would find. And now I want to concentrate on the EBSCO mobile app and how you might discover some of those ebooks from there, and ways you might navigate the ebook and read that ebook and see some extra features there available too. So first of all, an overview of the app. So the EBSCO mobile app will allow you to find and read ebooks wherever they are. It allows you to make progress on that ebook. So, you may have read one chapter, but you can always go back in to that same chapter, then keep reading. You can always flick between different chapters. And the key thing here is you can access it. You can download those ebooks offline. So if you download them offline, you don't need the internet connection, and you can read those anytime, anywhere. If you're on public transport, maybe you're on holiday, maybe you're on a long road trip and you're in a car, you're not driving, but you're sort of like, oh, what do I do with my time? These are all kinds of ways or reasons you might want to, use the app, because it's very easy to use and you can use it anywhere. And I also want to point out that you can also have seamless integration between your desktop and your mobile devices. So if you sign into a My EBSCO account on the app or on the desktop, you can save and store the ebooks that you like, and you can sort of go back and forth between them if you wish. Okay, so it's really simple. What you would do is find and connect to your library, and then from there you search, you choose, and you use your library's ebook content. And some features and functionality of the app that I want to point out. So here they are. You can search quickly and save ebooks. So the search box is very easy to use. It's just one line. You can easily type in words. There's a feature called the autocomplete feature where you don't even have to finish typing the word. You can select from the suggestions and jump and launch into results. And you can also discover new content based on previous activity. So next time you go into the app, it shows you what you recently searched for, and then you can jump in back into those searches. And I did mention this in the previous slide, but again, I want to reiterate, you can stay organized by synchronizing your mobile app with your desktop. It's friendly for tablet and Chromebook usage, as well as for smartphones. And as mentioned, you can read anywhere, anytime, and there's no need to log in every time. So it will remember you and recognize you, and you'll stay logged in for a certain period of time. So at minimum 30 days, maybe a bit longer, but the point being, you don't have to keep logging in every time you access the app. Okay, other things I want to point out. So you can read online without download. At the moment, this functionality is only available for the iPhone, but the Android is in development in using this function. But otherwise, you can also sign up to My EBSCO and download the ebook and read it offline and within the app. I also want to point out other things, that the app is fully accessible for anyone who might have some print disabilities. And I also want to point out there's no third-party software. So in the past, or even in the desktop environment, usually to download, you need the Adobe ID, you need Adobe Digital Editions. But if you use the mobile app, you don't need to download anything extra. You can read the ebook right from the app. And when you download it, you have these additional features of what you can do. So you can bookmark pages, you can highlight text, you can search within the ebook, and you can also save items to the dashboard. And I will show you this live a bit later. Okay, so let's say, great, you want to download and install this app. So you can, the mobile app for Apple iOS devices, so you can get on the App Store. And I just put a link in the slide deck as well. So when I send out this slide deck, you will see that link. But of course, you've got your App Store with you. You can just simply search EBSCO and you can download it. Likewise, if you have an Android device, you can go straight into Google Play, search for EBSCO, and then you can download it. And in the slides, I've also got a link that shows you information about the installation and authentication. Oops, go forward. Okay, so once you've downloaded the app, what do you do next? Well, of course, you launch the app. And when you launch the app, you see the Get Started page. And you simply press the green Get Started button to then access how to log in. So the second step then is to find your library. So under Find Your Institution, you type in National Library of Malaysia. It will come up as the first option, and you click on that. And once you click on that, you click Connect Your Institution at the bottom. It will pop up. Now, you can also use your location to find your library as well if you are nearby the library. So that might be easier, or it might just be easier to type the full library name. So once you connect your institution, you then have your login options. So I'm logging from outside the IP range. So I'm not logging from inside the library. So that's why I had the user ID password come up for me. But when you log in from within the library, it will recognize your location and authenticate you through. And then you will stay signed in for several weeks. Okay. So the next thing is how you would then navigate the app. So when you're on the home page, so all the menu options are actually at the bottom of the screen, and the home page is reflected by the home logo, and that's your first thing that you see. Now, initially, you might not see anything because you haven't done any searches yet, but I wanted to point out as an example, once you've started to do some searches and locate some ebooks, some content, you will then start to see more options displayed on your home screen. So it will show you what you have recently viewed. So if you clicked on an ebook, and I also want to point out, you can also search articles. So sometimes you might even search articles on the app. But let's say, you know, if you've searched some ebooks recently, it will show up under recently viewed. And then discover recent subjects. So when you search for ebooks, each ebook has, I think, what we could call like a tag linked back to it. So like a subject linked to it. And so it will tell you what were those recent subjects you looked at. And it gives you an idea of what you've been looking at recently. So it's really good snapshot there. Now, the next menu option is the search option, which is seen from the magnifying glass. And that's where you start to type in words to search. So in this example, I typed in personal finance. As I started typing in my words, it provided me with suggested searches. So you can see here, it's suggesting personal finance. So that can be really good if I just start typing the word, but I haven't finished typing it. It can start to show me like autocomplete. And I can save myself time by just simply clicking on that first option. But then there are some other alternative searches here as well. So it's giving me some additional keywords. And if I think that expresses what I want to look for better, I might select one of those. And then at the bottom, it actually shows me specific titles. So this one's called Kiplinger's Personal Finance, and there's a magazine option. So if I want to jump into results from that magazine, I could do that. And lastly, I've got an option here for a company profile, for example, if I was after that. So it gives you a lot of options from here. Now, when you see your results initially, you get all these different results, but sometimes you might not see the ebooks right away. You might actually see news articles, academic journal articles, magazine articles. So what I suggest, where you've got these filters just below the search box, you'll see source type, and source type only appears after you do a search. So you do a search, and then I would click on source type and I would select ebooks, and that way I can completely focus on the ebooks available and I can easily see those results. Okay, the next thing is accessing ebook results on the app. So once I click on an ebook title, in this example, I clicked on 10 ways to manage money. I can see a few different things at a glance. So I can see what year it was published, I can see who the author was, and I can see these subject terms. So I mentioned the subject terms before, and that just categorizes this book and tells me, I guess, what topic it's part of. So if I were to click on that topic, business and economics, I would see other books from that same topic. Below that, I also can see if it's available. So if nobody else has it on loan or it hasn't reached the limit of checkouts, and in this case, it's unlimited copies. So I'm free to start reading it or downloading it. Below that, the abstract tells me a summary of the book. So before reading it, I might want to know a little bit more about it. And then below that, I can see the author's name again, and it's hyperlinked. So that means if I clicked on that, it would start a new search and search specifically for anything written by that author. And then below that, in my blue box, I have the words access now. So I can click on that to see options available for me to read this. So when I click on access now, it tells me either to download the ebook or to read online. So if I download the ebook, I will go back to that in a moment, but if I download that, I have to sign into my EBSCO. If I choose to read it online, I don't need to sign into my EBSCO. It will just jump straight into the book and let me read it online as long as I have an internet connection. Now, one thing about Read Online, currently it's only available on iPhones. So unfortunately, if you have an Android, it's still in development and it's not yet ready. But if you only have an Android, what you see is you won't be able to read the book. You will see a message that says not yet available in app. And then it recommends that you like. So you click on the heart, the love heart, so that you can save it. And then you can go back to your browser. So if you go to the desktop, the ebook resources from U-Pustaka, and then you can read it from there. So it still recommends that you save it and it's still useful. Or your other option, which we recommend, is to then download it instead. And if you do download it, you do have more options for what you can do. So it is worth downloading if you can. So if you do select the download ebook option, and that is available for iPhone and Android, so anyone can use the download ebook option regardless of their phone. If you use that, you have the next set of options, which either tells you to create an account or sign into My EBSCO. So if you have a My EBSCO account, some of you may already have it because you can set it up from the desktop when you go into EBSCOhost database. So if you do have that information, you can sign in. If you haven't done that before, you would go create an account. Once that's all set up and you're signed in, it then tells you what you want for your checkout length. So you can check out books up to 7 days, and you just use the minus or plus sign to select the amount of days that you want to check out the ebook, and then it will download. And you can read that offline without an internet connection. So that's really good with the download because you might go on a road trip, no internet. You might go on a plane in the future, no internet. So downloading it means you can still read them regardless. Okay. The next thing is you also have the ability to like and share content. So with the like and share functionality, there is a love heart symbol. If you tap the love heart, you can then save that book for later. And if you save a book later, it shows up on your dashboard. So that's the third image along, and it tells you all the books that you've saved. If you sign into My EBSCO, you can then see those saved items every time you log in. So if you want to make sure it's permanent, the liked items, it's good to sign in. Now, the other thing you can do, there is a share button on the top of the ebook record. If you click on that, you can then select from options to share. So you might have another library user and you told them about this really great ebook and they're like, I don't know, which book did you read? Can you tell me more? And they have the same access that you do to the same library. You might want to share that across to them and email them. And this is something maybe your librarian can do as well to assist you. So there are those options available. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is the account information and help. So I do recommend you sign up for an EBSCO account because when you sign up, that's how you can download ebooks, and that's how you can synchronize across the ebook application, so the app and the desktop version. So as long as you're signed in, it will synchronize all the items you've saved. And also, you can also save the likes and view that saved content. So always worthwhile to sign up, and you can go to the person icon to see all this information. Below that is the support options, so you can access help information from the app if you just need a little bit of help and want to see if you have a question that can be answered through the help articles. Or if you have feedback on the app, you can always send that through. So they're always welcome feedback on the app because they continuously want to be improving the app. So if you have any feedback, definitely recommend to send that through. And of course, if you ever need to sign out, you can do that. But normally you probably want to stay signed in if you can, unless you have other accounts with EBSCO with other libraries, for example. Okay, so some questions I often get asked, what's the difference between the library credentials and the My EBSCO account? So when you first log into the app, you're logging in from your library. So you might think, why do I need to log in again to my EBSCO? Well, when you initially log into the app, your options are to search and view results. You can access articles, and you can read ebooks if you have an iPhone, and you can like articles, resources, but only so long as you're still logged in. So after some weeks, the app might be updated. You might have to, maybe you delete it accidentally or something happens and you have to log in again. So if you have to log in again, you'll lose those likes that you saved. Whereas if you have a My EBSCO account, think of it as like a really good backup. So in case you ever have to log in again, you can have those liked articles and resources still there. And you can also download ebooks, which is really important. So you could do that if you have a My EBSCO account, and you can synchronize across devices. Okay, so that was my summary of the app, but what I really want to do is show you how the app works live. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share from my phone because I want to show you how this looks. Okay, just a moment while I share this. Okay, so now I'm on the app from my phone and I want to show you some things in a bit more detail. Okay, so this isn't the first time I've logged in, and you can see that because I can already see what I recently viewed and I can already discover recent subjects. Now, if I'm logging in for the very first time, I won't see these options. I have to start searching to see them. But it's good to point out because if you have recently viewed a book, you can easily jump back into it, the record, by going to your recently viewed. So if you're wondering, I went out of the app and now I want to go back in, but what did I just read? You can easily jump back in. The other thing you could do from your home screen is you could actually search again for some of those topics that you searched for last time. So I recently searched for cooking methods frying. I can jump back in and it shows me the results again. So maybe I read the first book, now I want to read the second book. And I can do that by just jumping back into recent subjects. Okay, the next option along, so that was the home screen. The next option along is the magnifying glass. So that's the search. Now I'll just cancel out of my search. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going back into a search and I'm looking for cooking. So I type in cooking. Now I want to show you again, when I type in my words cooking, it shows me suggested searches. So I can see here the word cooking at the top. So this is my autocomplete. And I can see some other suggestions. I can also see some titles at the bottom, like paleo cooking. So if I wanted to, I could click one of these suggestions, or I might just click cooking. And then it shows me all the results. Now, what you'll notice is my first results are all articles, but I'm looking for ebooks. So what I can do after I do the search, I can go into source type. So show you again. At the top here, I'm just sort of swiveling it around, are my filters, and this will help refine and narrow my results. And that last filter that only shows up if I do a search is source type. So I click on that, and one of the options is ebooks. So I tick ebooks and I apply. Now it will only show me ebook results about cooking. So, oops. And I can start to look through some of those results. I'll do another search. So let me try again. See. Okay, so I've got this book here for cooking or meal preparation. So I can see all these different books that are starting to show through. So sometimes it's worth maybe using multiple words to get a more accurate and precise search. But even then, it's really quick to do it, and you always have the suggested searches pop up to help you. Okay, so if I want, I can then jump into one of the results. So I'm going to jump into this result for paleo cooking. And I can see initially it's telling me the title of the book. When I click on the record, I also get a preview of the front cover of the book. So I can only see that when I go into the book record. And I can see what year it was published and who the author is. Below that, I've got all my subject terms here. So I can see what categories this comes under. And if I wanted to, I could then do a search on that category. So if I want to find other books on cooking, health and healing, low carbohydrate, and I can see, so there is only the one book, but I can start to look through these books, see if there are other options available. Or maybe I just want to do a search on cooking again. And I can start to see like different books about cooking, for example. And I can go into those as well and maybe start to see. But I might just go back to my paleo book. Okay. Now, as I scroll through, again, I can see the availability. So there are unlimited copies of this book. And as I read through the abstract, I can get a good summary of this book and what it focuses on. So it can help me identify whether or not I want to read it. And then there's a read more. So it goes on for a while and I could read through that or just skim through it. I also want to point out at the bottom is the details. And amongst the details is the author's name and it's hyperlinked. So I could click on that. If there are other books written by her, I could start to go through those other books as well. So that might be another way to see if that author has any other books in the collection. Now, once I've done all of that, I've got some other options too. So I mentioned at the top is the share button. So you can see the share logo at the top just above the image of the book. And let's say I want to share this with someone maybe in a mail. So I click on mail, I can put in an email address and I could share it and I give them the link so that they could also view it in the app. Or I could, if I wanted to, I can share it in my messages and so on. If I've got WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and however I want to, I can share it through maybe Google Drive as well. So there's different ways that I can share the link to other people. Now, as I go through again, at the very bottom of the page is the access now, and there's also the love heart. So the love heart is where you can like the item. So I might like it so I can save it so that if I don't have time to read it now, I could go back to it later. But if I want to read it now, I can go access now. And if I have an iPhone, I can click on read online and I can start to read it. So as long as I have an internet connection, I have an iPhone, I can simply read it. I don't need to sign up for my EBSCO and I can start to read it. Now, when I'm reading it from the online reading, there's these 3 dots, that's the menu options, and it gives me some options. So in the site, it tells me different citation styles. So if I do want to reference this, I can, and I can copy a citation. Maybe I'm writing an essay or a paper, or I'm writing an article or my own book, whatever it might be, and I need to make a citation, those options are available. And there's also the export. So if I have a reference software tool, I can also export it there as well. Okay. A couple of other things on the menu that I can do is, I did mention the share. So the share option is there. I can create the link maybe and share that across. And I can look at details. So I can see how the availability of the book. And I can also go into the table of contents. So I can see all the different chapters. And if I want to jump into a particular chapter, I can. So I want to jump into week 3 and I can start to go through week 3. To go through the pages, there are the arrows just below the text. So just below the page. And there's also the option, if I want to make the text bigger, I can, or smaller. And if I want to, I can also zoom in and out, and I'm just using my fingers to do that. The other option is I can search within. So within this book, if I'm looking for a particular keyword, I want to see where that keyword is in the book. So let's say I'm looking for the word steak. I click search and it tells me all the pages where I can find the word steak. So then I can see one here, I can go into it and it'll go straight into it. Okay, so that's from the reading view, but of course you can also download the ebook. Now, if I do want to download the ebook, I have to create an account. So I have to create an EBSCO account and you just provide the details, your personal details like name, email address, create a password, and then just consent to the personal data retention, and you can create an account from there. Once you've created an account, you'll then be able to sign in with that account. So you can continue. And I'll just let the page load so I can continue. And once I've continued, so because I'm on this account, I have to sign in again. Sorry, let me try that again. So I have to just jump back into my demo account to show you how. I'm going to try a different search actually. So I'm going to try 10 ways to manage money. Just so I can show you as well how I can download, what happens when I download the book. So again, I'm looking for this book. This book is also in your collection. And I go access now and I go download ebook. I've just logged in and signed in. So because of that, it will now show me what my checkout length is. So I've got options from 1 to 7 days. So depending on how many days I want to check it out, maybe I want up to 7 days, maybe only 3 days. And then I go download ebook. And then it will start to download that for me. Now, as you notice, I don't need any third-party software, no Adobe ID needed. It just automatically launches in and I can start to go through the ebook. Now, when I download an ebook, it looks a little bit different to the reading ebook because it's downloaded for offline viewing. It's got different settings. So for example, I've got these little menu options going from the bottom. So the book option, the very first menu option, gives me details about the ebook. So it tells me the title of the ebook, the author, publisher. It also tells me what date that I checked it out and what date it will expire. So if I want to maybe borrow that again, I can after it expires, but it gives me an idea of how many more days I have. So I've got to make sure I read it before it expires. We'll come back to this in a moment. As we go along, the next option is the table of contents. So if I want to jump to a particular chapter, I can. So I'm at chapter 5 now, avoid debt. And I can just click the arrows to go through the pages, or I can just swipe with my finger as well. The third option along gives me display options. So it allows me to fit the book with a certain width, and it gives me theme options. So maybe I want to use sepia, maybe I want to use dark mode instead, depending on what works best for me. Then I've got the magnifying glass as well. So I can search for a keyword inside the book. So I'll search debt. And again, it just tells me what pages I can find information about debt. And I could jump to a particular page. The other option at the very end is the bookmark option. So I can use the bookmark option to return to this page next time I go back in. Okay, so other things I want to mention is there's also the highlight option. So I can select books to highlight. I can click highlight. Now that information has been highlighted for me, and that will also be added to my bookmarks. So if I click on the first home screen again, if I click on bookmarks, it shows me that I've bookmarked that page. So I've highlighted it and I can easily return to it. So think of that like, I guess, when you're with a piece of paper and you're doing a highlighting and, you know, you can easily jump back into it. Or think of it like when you have Post-it notes. This is like another way where you can easily jump back into information that was particularly interesting or caught your eye. Okay, now other things, you can always jump back into table of contents even from this home bit. You can go to search and you can also go to page. So if you know a page number, maybe you saw a citation online that there was something interesting on a certain page, and you can go to that certain page and it'll tell you what's on that page. Okay, so that's what I want to point out about the downloading ebooks. Now, I can go back. That love heart symbol, that's the third menu option along. That's where I can see all the books that I've saved and liked. And if I'm logged into my EBSCO, then that will never expire. That will stay there. And I can also see what ebooks I've currently checked out. So I can see at a glance what I've checked out and when they each expire. And if they were expired, at the very bottom is the expired titles option that appears. Now, the last option along is the person icon, and that just shows me my preferences and details. So this was again where we could go to the help. So if I click on help, it takes me to the help documents to assist me with using the EBSCO app. So this is the EBSCO Connect, and in here I can type in EBSCO mobile app. And it gives me some really good information, including the EBSCO ebook, EBSCO mobile app quick start guide, which I really recommend you to look at. So this quick start guide gives you a breakdown of everything you need. It tells you things like what's the installation authentication you need and how to download and read ebooks on the EBSCO mobile app. And it just goes through what the home screen is like, how to do searching, how to type in some keywords, select them, source type, reading articles. So I did mention you can also read articles. So if you do want information on that, you can read through here. And also how to create a personal account. So this is the My EBSCO account that lets you download ebooks, how to share things from the app, and the subject tags available. And then there's also some FAQs that you might want to read through. Okay, so that's the help. And I did mention also there's the send feedback. So you can just send feedback to your email from there. Okay, so that's everything I want to show you. So I'm just going to go back again to my desktop view. So thank you for viewing all of that. If there were any questions, please let me know. The next thing I just want to quickly point out is you might wonder, okay, what are the common questions about EBSCO ebooks? So especially your EBSCO ebooks. So how many ebooks can you check out and download at one time? The answer is you can check out up to 2 ebooks at a time. So if you want more, you just need to return either one of those and then you can download another one and check that out. If you're reading the ebook online, there's no limits. As long as during the duration that you're reading it, it's fine. So how long can I loan an ebook? So we saw in the app, you can loan it for up to 7 days if you wish, but you can loan it for less than that also. You've got the flexibility between 1 and 7 days. Another question is, can I renew an ebook? So there isn't a renew feature, but what you can do is you can always check it back out again. So a lot of these ebooks are unlimited. So once you've borrowed it, returned it, you can always check it out again. And it's a very simple process. Now, we went to, do I need additional software to read a downloaded ebook? So if you're using desktop or laptops, then yes, you do need Adobe Digital Edition. But if you're on the mobile app, there's no software needed. Okay, if you're downloading a chapter from the desktop, you can also download that in PDF and it doesn't expire, but that feature at the moment is not in the app. So in the app, there's no way to actually save or download the PDF. You can only read it within the app. Can you download an ebook in the EBSCO mobile app? Yes. So as you know, it's available for Android and iOS. And finally, can you read an ebook online in the EBSCO mobile app? Yes, if you have an iPhone. So as I mentioned, the functionality for this is still in development for Android users. And here we have some of those help resources that you can also search for in the app. But I also wanted to pop them in the slides here so you can easily view those resources. Okay. Are there any questions at all before we jump into the quiz?
Jay, I have a question.
Okay, wonderful.
Before we assess that, there are 2 options that we have option for Google.
Google authentication, yes.
Yes. So can user from National Library register on using Google?
Yes. Yep, they can.
Okay, so we can access same with the other user.
So the same with if you access from the desktop, like so if you view the U-Pustaka e-resources from the desktop or laptop, you can log in as well to My EBSCO using Google, and that same login you can use for the mobile app. But it's separate to the U-Pustaka login. So it's a different login.
But for, when we use these apps, we can choose whether register, use Google or create account.
Yes. Yep, you can. My account, because I was demonstrating, I didn't have the same option, but yep, for your account, you have the Google authentication option as well.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. Any other questions at all?
From the YouTube, let me see. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, jika ada sebarang soalan boleh tuliskan di ruangan chat tu ya. Dan pihak kami PNM atau dan juga Ebscohost akan membantulah untuk menjawab ya. Alright, Jay. Okay. We
Alright.
almost 11 o'clock. So
Okay.
can we go to the quiz?
Yep, let's go to the quiz. Okay.
Before that, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sebelum kita teruskan sesi ini dengan quiz, saya nak mohon kerjasama tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Sebentar lagi, pihak admin YouTube telah pinkan borang penilaian, borang kehadiran dan juga borang penilaian program. Mohon tuan-tuan dan puan-puan untuk klik dan isikan borang tersebut. Nak klik dulu, isi kemudian pun tak apa, pastikan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan klik. Jika terlepas pun tak ada masalah. Selepas ini boleh ulang tonton dan boleh klik lagi di pin tu sebab link tu memang telah dipinkan di YouTube ya. Okey, mohon kerjasama tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Pastikan dalam borang itu sertakan email yang aktif. Sebabnya kami akan berikan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan e-sijil untuk program ini ya. Okey. Baiklah, untuk meneruskan sesi kuis ni, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, J akan sediakan slide dan soalan akan ditunjukkan dalam slide. Pada masa yang sama, admin YouTube juga akan pinkan soalan di YouTube. Ya, dan pemilihan pemenang berdasarkan siapa cepat dan tepat. Baiklah, siapa yang cepat dan tepat itulah pemenangnya. Dan kita ada hadiah utama, grand prize, soalan yang ke-10. Jadi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, stay tune hingga ke akhir program ya. Soalan ke-10 adalah grand prize. Dan kami mohon kerjasama tuan-tuan dan puan-puan untuk bersedia di ruangan chat tu ya untuk menjawab soalan kuis sebentar lagi. Seterusnya, untuk mendapat penghantaran hadiah, saya mohon tuan-tuan dan puan-puan bagi pemenang, nama pemenang akan dipinkan di YouTube tu. Nanti pemenang screenshot dan hantarkan ke nombor 013-388-7450. Pihak admin akan pinkan nombor tersebut ya. 013-388-7450. Jika anda yang menang, screenshot nama anda yang telah dipinkan dan hantar ke nombor 013-388-7450. Itu nombor saya, Nolela Osman. Okey. Okey, baiklah. Okey, Jay.
Alright.
Alright, so
thank you, Puan Leila.
Okay. Okay, quiz time. Okay.
Quiz time. So there are 10 questions and you just need to enter your answer into the chat. First person to complete each question wins that round. And then at the end of the question, a winner is announced, and there is information here to send an SMS text to your name, Tuan Leila's number there. So first of all, let's go with the very first question. Question number 1, true or false? U-Pustaka membership is a free registration. So just enter the answer in the chat window, true or false. And remember to send the SMS as well. So first person to answer correctly will win that round.
Okey, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, soalan pertama telah diberikan. J telah tunjukkan di slide ya. Okey, pihak admin pun telah pinkan. Oh, laju, so fast. Ya, so fast on typing. Okey, saya akan tengok siapakah pemenangnya. Mari kita tengok. Okay, Jay, we have the winner.
Wonderful.
Okay, pemenangnya adalah Maslina Ali. The answer
Congratulations.
is true. Yes, congratulations, Maslina Ali. Okay, nama anda akan dipinkan oleh admin. Pastikan anda screenshot dan hantarkan ke nombor yang telah diberikan tadi ya, 013-388-7450. Tania, Mazlina. Okay, we wait for Mazlina to respond ya.
Yep.
Mazlina, tolong respon dekat ruangan chat tool. Okay. Nama Puan Mazlina telah dipinkan. Boleh screenshot dan hantar ke nombor 013-388-7450. Puan Mazlina sila respon di ruangan chat tu. Okay. Alright, done. Ya. Yeah? Okay, Jay. We can go for second question.
Sure. Question 2 is a short answer question. Name any 2 personal details required when registering as U-Pustaka members. So there's 2 answers that you have to put in the chat window.
Okey, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, soalan yang kedua telah diberikan di slide. Kita tunggu admin untuk pinkan soalan kedua. Okay. Oh, okay, so fast. Alright. Okay, saya tengok siapakah pemenangnya. Okay, kita dah ada pemenangnya. Okay, Jay, we have the winner.
Wonderful.
Alright. Okay, pemenangnya Puan Nur Hafizah Abdullah.
Congratulations.
Okay, Tania, congratulations. Puan Nur Hafizah Abdullah. Okay. Nanti pihak admin akan pinkan dan Puan screenshot dan hantar ke nombor 013-388-7450. Tania, untuk soalan 1 hingga 9, kita bagi peluang kepada rakan-rakan yang tidak memenangi. Jadi maksud saya kita pilih yang pemenang tu berdasarkan dia belum menang mana-mana soalan kuis ya. Tapi untuk soalan grand prize, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, jangan risau. Jika anda telah menang soalan 1 hingga 9, untuk soalan grand prize, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh sertai lagi. Ya, boleh sertai, dan jika rezeki tuan-tuan dan puan-puan menang, itu memang rezeki tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Okey? Baiklah. Okey, Tania Puan Nur Hafiza Abdullah. Boleh screenshot nama anda dan hantar ke nombor 013-388-7450. Okey, bertenang. Tu admin PNM dah kata bertenang ya peserta. Okey, kita exercise dulu jari-jari. Do your finger exercise. Okey. Puan Nur Hafiza, sila respon di ruangan chat tu. Tolong respon di ruangan chat yang anda done untuk screenshot ya. Okay, peserta yang lain ada peluang lagi. Kita tunggu untuk soalan yang ketiga. Puan Nur Hafiza. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih Puan. Okay, done. Okay, Jay, we can go to the
Next one.
next question. Okay, bersedia ya, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan?
So the next question, true or false? EBSCO mobile app is available for iOS and Android devices from the iTunes App Store and Google Play. So either enter true or false in the chat window.
Okay, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh bersedia untuk soalan yang ketiga. Okay, Jay, can you announce the winner? Can you see?
No, I can't see the winner.
Oh, okay. So, Jay, what is the answer? Sorry.
Well, that's okay. So the answer is true.
The answer is true. Okay, let me see. Okay, we have the winner. All right, the winner is Alia Nazira.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Alia Nazira. Tanya kepada Alia Nazira. Okey, kita tunggu admin untuk pinkan nama anda dan boleh screenshot hantar kepada nombor 013-388-7450. Tanya sekali lagi kepada Alia Nazira. Okay. Alright. Alia Nazira done. Okay, Jay. Can we go for the next question? Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan bersedia?
Sure. Next question, multiple choice. EBSCO mobile app allows users to A, search ebooks, B, download ebooks, C, save ebooks, or D, all of the above. So enter the correct answer, A, B, C, or D in the chat window.
Okay, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Soalan keempat telah diberikan. Kita tunggu admin untuk pinkan soalan ya. Okay, let me see who is the winner. Okay, Jay, we have the winner. Is it the answer is D?
D, yep.
Congratulations to Siti Amina Fauzi. You are the winner.
Congratulations.
Okey, Tania, Siti Aminah Fauzi. Okey, yang lain masih ada peluang lagi. Kita ada lagi soalan untuk tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Okey, teruskan bersama kami. Tanya kepada Puan ataupun Cik Siti Aminah Fauzi. Okey. Puan Siti Aminah Fauzi, sila respon ya di ruangan chat. Okay, yay, she says, yay. Okay, you are the winner. Alright, okay, terima kasih sama-sama. Okay, kita akan teruskan ke soalan yang kelima. Okay, Jay, can we go for the next question?
Next question, true or false? On the results screen, you can use the source type filter to limit your results to only ebooks. Enter the correct answer, true or false, in the chat window.
Okay, tuan-tuan dan perempuan, soalan yang kelima telah diberikan oleh J. Oh, so fast. True and false is very fast. Okay, let me see who is the winner. Okay, we have the winner. Jay, what is the answer?
Answer is true.
Yes, we have the winner, Azril Hisham. Yes.
Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations, Azril Hisham. Tanya kepada Encik Azril Hisham. Anda pemenang untuk soalan yang kelima. Okay, kita tunggu admin untuk pinkan nama dan boleh screenshot nama anda hantar ke telefon 013-388-7450. Okay, Tanya sekali lagi, kita tunggu ya. Tuan Azril Hisham untuk respon di ruangan chat. Okay, tuan-tuan dan perempuan, jangan risau, kita ada lagi soalan menunggu dan hadiah pun menanti anda. Okay. Bersedia ya? Okey. Terima kasih Cik Azril Hisham. Alright, Tania. Okey, kita sedia untuk soalan yang seterusnya. Soalan yang keenam. Okay, Jay, can we go for the next question?
No problemo. Question 6, multiple choice. Signing up for a My EBSCO account will allow you to A, download ebooks for offline reading, B, sync your saved, such as liked items across multiple mobile and desktop devices, C, view your current and previous ebook checkouts, or D, all of the above. So enter the correct answer, A, B, C, or D in the chat window.
Okay, baiklah tuan-tuan dan perempuan, soalan yang keenam telah diberikan. Okey, admin pun telah pinkan soalan. Boleh mula menjawab. Laju pantas. Okey. I have to scroll down, up and down. They are so fast. Okay, Jay, I think we have the winner. Jay, what is the answer? What is the answer?
The answer is D, all of the above.
Yes, congratulations to Mini Moni. Wow.
Congratulations.
Okay, Tanya, Mini Moni. Anda adalah pemenang untuk soalan ke-6. Tanya, kita tunggu admin untuk pinkan nama ya. Dan boleh screenshot hantar ke nombor 013-388-7450. Tanya kepada Mini Moni. Wow, sweet. Okay, Mini Moni boleh respon di ruangan chat. Okay, tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Alright, okay. You welcome, Mimi Moni. Alright. Okay, boleh kita teruskan untuk soalan yang seterusnya. Bersedia ya tuan-tuan dan perempuan? Untuk soalan yang ketujuh. Okay, Jay. For the next question.
So question 7, multiple choice. If you have previously created a My EBSCO account, can you sign into that account within the app? A, yes, B, no. Enter the correct answer, A or B, in the chat window.
Ya, tuan-tuan dan perempuan, soalan ketujuh telah diberikan. Okay, boleh mula menjawab. Cepat, pantas. Okey. Pemenang berdasarkan siapa cepat dan tepat dan dia belum memenangi lagi ya. Okey, dia belum menang mana-mana quiz. Soalan ke-10 nanti kita buka pada semua. Okey. Baik. Kita ada juga yang jawab D. Itu soalan yang atas tadi, tuan. Okey ya. Tak apa, kita teruskan. A or B, yes or no? Okay, Jay, what is the answer?
So the correct answer is A.
Yes. Okay, kita dah ada, we have the winner. Pemenangnya adalah Siti Anisa Abdul Rahman. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Siti Anisa. Okay, tahniah. Puan telah menang untuk soalan ke-7. Okay. Kita tunggu admin untuk pinkan nama anda. Puan Siti Anisah Abdul Rahman. Okay. You're welcome Puan Siti Anisa. Okay, boleh screenshot ke hantar nombor 013-388-7450. Okay. Kita ada lagi untuk soalan seterusnya, bersedia ya? Soalan yang ke-8. Okay, Jay.
Next question is question 8. True or false? Once logged into the app, you cannot create your own My EBSCO account from within the app. Enter the correct answer, true or false, in the chat window.
Baiklah tuan-tuan dan perempuan, soalan pun telah diberikan. Okey, boleh mula menjawab. Pantas. Okay, we have the winner, James.
So the correct answer is false.
False. Okay. Wow. Mostly they answer true.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Never mind. They can repeat the video later on.
Bit of a trick. It was a trick question.
Very trick question. All right. Okay, we have the winner. The winner is jeng. Okay, Puan Azliana Jaafar. The answer is false. Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Puan Azliana Jaafar. Tahniah, Puan. Okay, kita tunggu nama anda dipin. Puan Azliana Jaafar. Tanya ya Puan Azriana. Oh, okay. Saya Jay, Puan Azriana, Jafar already win for the previous question. So we need to find another winner. Ya, Puan Azriana telah menang tadi ya. Okay, saya minta maaf. Okay, saya akan umumkan pemenang untuk soalan yang ke-8 ini ya. Okay, saya minta maaf pada semua peserta. Okay. Okay, pemenang untuk soalan ke-8. Saya minta maaf pada Puan Azriana ya, tadi anda telah menang. Jadi untuk pemenang yang ke-8 adalah Puan Diana Dahlan. Puan Diana Dahlan is the winner for question number 8.
Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations. Tanya Puan Diana Dahlan. Okay, Amy boleh pinkan? Okey, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, untuk sijil dan sijil diberikan dalam borang penilaian yang telah dipinkan. Jadi boleh klik di link borang penilaian, bagi sila isikan borang tersebut. Pastikan email tu adalah email yang betul ya, sebab kami akan emailkan sijil ke email yang diberikan itu. Okey. Link tu telah dah di-linkkan ya, telah dipinkan di YouTube. Okay, Jay, for the next question.
Yep. Question 9, multiple choice. Is Adobe Digital Editions required to download ebooks on the mobile EBSCO mobile app? Either A, yes, or B, no. Enter the correct answer, A or B, in the chat window.
Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, soalan yang ke-9 telah diberikan. Oh. Pantasnya, lajunya, so fast. Okay. Okay, Jay, what is the answer?
Okay, the answer is B.
B. No.
B.
Yes. Oh, okay. So we have the winner. The winner is... Sorry, Mini Moni. Kita bagi peluang pada rakan-rakan kita yang lain ya. Terima kasih memberi sokongan. Mini Moni still join and she answer is correct. But we have to give chance to the others. Okay, terima kasih Mini Moni. Okay, pemenangnya, the winner is Nur Ashikin Dohe.
Congratulations.
Okay, Tanya, Nur Ashikin Dohe. Congratulations. Okay, admin boleh pinkan nama ya. Kita tunggu admin printkan nama anda dan boleh screenshot hantar ke 013 388 7450. Okey. Kita tunggu Puan Nur Ashikin Dohek untuk respon. Respon di ruangan chat tu. Puan Nur Ashikin. Okey, tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang lain, untuk soalan ke-10 ni, untuk grand prize, semua orang boleh join, semua orang boleh masuk, semua orang yang dah menang tadi pun boleh sertai. Bersedia ya? Okey, alright. You welcome, Puan Nur Ashikin. Okey, bersedia untuk soalan ke-10 for the grand prize. Okay, Jay.
Here we go. So grand prize time. Question 10, multiple choice. Can downloaded ebooks be viewed offline? A, yes. B, no. Enter the correct answer, A or B, in the chat window.
Okay, tuan-tuan dan perempuan boleh tengok soalan pun telah diberikan. Boleh mula menjawab. Wah, laju. Kuis ini memang pemenangnya siapa cepat dia dapat. Jari yang pantas. Very fast. Okay. And the answer must be correct. Okay, Jay, we have the winner.
Wonderful.
So, yes, what is the answer?
So the answer is A.
Yes. Okay, the winner is for the grand prize goes to Mini Moni.
Congratulations.
Tanya, Mini Moni, you are very fast. You have a very fast finger. Okay, Tanya. Baiklah, anda adalah pemenang untuk soalan ke-10 dan hadiah grand prize. Hadiahnya adalah rahsia. Tunggu. Ya, kami akan buat penghantaran melalui pos hadiah ini kepada tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang memenangi untuk kuis ini ya. Okey, jadi untuk penghantaran hadiah beri kami masa untuk membuat urusan pos. Pastikan tuan-tuan dan perempuan dah screenshot nama dan hantarkan ke nombor 013 388 7450 ya. Pihak kami, pihak PNM akan berurusan dengan tuan-tuan perempuan untuk alamat supaya kami dapat memudahkan urusan pos hadiah ya. Tanya kepada semua pemenang, tanya kepada semua peserta, tanya kepada kita semua untuk hari ini. Okay. Mini Moni, please. Okay, good. Yay. She said thank you.
Yay.
Okay. So Jay, we are at the end of the program.
Yep.
Okay. Sebelum tu tuan-tuan dan perempuan, sila pastikan borang kehadiran dan borang penilaian telah diisi. Pastikan email yang diberikan adalah email yang betul supaya tuan-tuan dan perempuan dapat isi dia bagi sesi program ini ya. Okay. Okay, admin pun dah pinkan borang tersebut di YouTube. Okay, selepas habis sesi ini, tuan-tuan dan perempuan boleh ulang tonton lagi dan boleh klik di link tersebut kerana dia telah dipinkan di dalam YouTube ini ya. Okay, Jay, do you have anything to say?
No, I think that's everything. Congratulations again to all the winners and to everyone who participated in the quiz and everyone that joined us today. I hope you found the session interesting and worthwhile, and have a great time accessing the app, and I hope you enjoy using the app. So thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much for supporting us and sharing, guide us how to access using the mobile apps. Hopefully we can access and enjoy reading wherever we are.
Yep.
Okay, at any time. Okay. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, kita sampai penghujung program. Saya sekali lagi mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Saya harapkan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan terus menjadi ahli U-Pustaka, jangan berlengah-lengah lagi. Selepas ini explore ke www.u-pustaka.gov.my. Jadi ahli U-Pustaka, pastikan anda dapat akses semua perkara data yang anda dapat dalam U-Pustaka secara percuma. Ya, khas untuk rakyat Malaysia. Okey, sekali lagi saya ucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada pihak Ebscohost, kepada J. Thank you very much, J. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Kepada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, terima kasih kerana menyokong kami di Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia. Dan saya doakan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sentiasa dalam keadaan selamat dan terus menyokong kami dan pastikan Ebscohost ini menjadi akses tuan-tuan dan perempuan untuk mencari maklumat. Ya, okey. Selamat menggunakan pangkalan data Ebscohost. Okey, saya tinggalkan tuan-tuan dan perempuan dengan lafaz Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih. Bye bye. Jumpa lagi.
Bye everyone.
Tuhan ialah membaca, menuntut ilmu di seluruh budaya.
Inilah teladan sepanjang masa, gayakan hidup dengan membaca. Apalah nama andai tanpa ilmu, apalah mahkota permatanya palsu. Tanpa membaca jajatlah minda, tanpa ilmu kemanalah kita. Jika ilmu penuh di dada, bila bergaya dengan membaca.
Dunia sempit menjadi luas, tempat kejayaan tiada terbatas. Negara yang kecil, tinggi martabat, kerana ilmu negara berdaulat.
Mari kawan, kita membaca. Mari silakan imba ilmu dengan membaca. Inilah perjuangan, sambutlah seruan.
Jadikan
membaca daya wawasan. Everybody take a book and read to gain knowledge. Everyone has to read. Let's reach out, open up your mind.
let's make reading
membaca, inilah perjuangan. Sambutlah seruan, jadikan membaca gaya wawasan.
Pandai-pandai, alang buku-buku. Bacalah sampai pandai, buku-buku berbagai ilmu. Santang lemak manis, santang pelaku muda. Jangan anak menangis, kalau anak suruh membaca.
Alaskan wawasan.